طرق وسط الحياة تاهوا فيها ناس، وطرق تبان مفروشة ورد وتنتهي بألم وضيق، لكن الطريق للفرحة وطريق الخلاص عند المسيح. أصل المسيح هو الحياة، هو الطريق. الطريق 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 الطريق
It just keeps getting crazier as I'm watching. I want to talk about Trump and I want to talk about the fake news and all that stuff, but I'm dragged back into, of all things, the Women's March, and if you got little kids there, you might want to get them out because I'm going to start saying some stuff. I'm going to tell the truth, but you might want to get little kids out there, people under 13, 14 years old, I don't know. But the Women's March in particular, a couple of weeks ago, we had these guys up there. You got Gloria Steinem here, and you got Kumi Perez here, and then you got this gal over here. Now, this gal here is Susan Sarsour. We're going to show some bigger pictures of her holding her one finger up now, and the one finger is what ISIS uses when they kill people, chop off their heads, and do all that stuff. So this picture, you'll remember a couple of weeks ago in Washington, D.C., the Women's March. Now, remember, I'm going to say some anatomical parts of people, how they wore the hats and they dressed around. But this gal over here is Susan Sarsour. She's the big kahuna in charge of organizing and getting the funding and all of the organization of the parade to go. She's Muslim Brotherhood. She believes in Sharia law. Under Sharia law, you got all these feminists here, especially Gloria Steinem here. You got the feminists, and in the other pictures we got Madonna and Cher and Ashley Judd and these other guys. And the leader of it is a gal that believes in you beat your wife if you don't want to have sex. You beat your wife. Surah 434, it's in the Quran. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I have to send a disclosure because with the fake news and everything, like what's going on with Trump and everything, and I've been through that also as part of Benghazi, and I had over 100 reporters surrounding me after the ambassador was killed, but they would not admit. That's me in Vietnam when I was 18 years old. I was with a counterintelligence group. We operated independently. I was in charge of the group, working with 3 platoons of Vietnamese just east of Hamburger Hill. Did the same identical job as the Green Beret captain, and later on, Mad Dog Mattis's staff, the G3, the full colonel, they hired me for what I did in Vietnam, operating virtually surrounded at night by the North Vietnamese army, going out, locating, closing with, and destroying them. Romans 13:4 is a good military guy. So again, when you look up things about me after Benghazi, the media just crushes me, makes up all these lies, and then they omit the truth that I was a military officer, Marine Corps officer, and they did counterintelligence, counter-guerrilla warfare in Vietnam. They leave that all out, and then they paint this picture that all I am is an insurance broker. And by the way, in World War II, Korean War, in all of the wars, the reserve officers, a lot of them were insurance agents and brokers, medical doctors, attorneys, teachers, contractors, whatever. Okay, and that's the beauty of the American military, that we bring bakers, Indian chiefs, we bring in mayors, politicians, we bring in all kinds of different groups, but under the heading and direction of the United States military, based on the Uniform Code of Military Justice, which flows from the Constitution, it flows from the 10 Commandments. I have all kinds of proof, evidence, and facts on that. We get the job done. I got the job done in Vietnam. That's why General Mattis wanted me to come in and be a consultant. Hey, I was paid $500 an hour to come on there and help them out for Battle of Fallujah 2. Okay, so I do know a little bit about military intelligence, battle planning, and all this stuff. So here we go. We got Susan Sarsour here in charge of Gloria Steinem and these other women's livers. And now hopefully you got all your little kids out of there, because it was the Vagina March in Washington, D.C. They were wearing hats, little hats, in this image of a vagina. And some of the women came out there in vagina costumes. Okay, trying to say that they're feminists and hey, hey, ho, ho, the men have got to go and all this other stuff, that they are independent, free and independent. Hey, look. They are as independent of men as I am independent of women, which is zero. As Mark Twain said, how would it be, or what would men be like if there were no women? Rare. What would men be like if there were no women? Rare. And what would women be like if there were no men? Rare. We have to live together. God made us male and female. We have to live together. It's a wonderful thing to live together. I've been married 46 years, and I absolutely love being married to my wife. Okay. So, we're going to go and we're going to link her up now, Susan Sarsour. We know for sure she's affiliated and linked to the Muslim Brotherhood. You know, these guys here, this guy here operating out of San Diego that helped blow up the World Trade Center, operating out of San Diego, Anwar al-Awlaki, big-time Muslim Brotherhood. Here he is. Anwar al-Awlaki took over for Osama bin Laden in San Diego, coordinated in 19 guys, was aided and abetted by Sheriff Baca. And then the drug cartels came on board. The drugs coming from all over the world back in, up through Colombia, South America, into the United States. ISIS is in Mexico, means ISIS here in the United States. We got all kinds of proof, evidence, facts. Okay, enough of that. You're getting confused. I know you're getting confused. You're getting confused. You're getting confused. I know you are. But it all goes back now to this picture here with the feminists. Hey, hey, ho, ho. The men have got to go. There it is right there. There she is, Susan Sarsour. Okay. Now, these are students at Brooklyn students, college students. You will notice that they got their finger in the air. Finger in the air. That means that's the symbol now that they support ISIS. And now, lo and behold, here we have ISIS. We got a finger right here, and we got a finger right there. The one finger, there, ISIS. Then we got the ISIS here. And you can see right here, right here, right here, right here, right here. They got their finger in the air. They're ISIS. That's the new symbol for ISIS. Then we got the dude with the ISIS flag. There's his finger. He's ISIS. The one finger's ISIS. And now we have Susan Sarsour, and what do we see? Lo and behold, ooh, the magic finger of fate. The fickle finger of fate. There she is right there, ladies and gentlemen. For one thin dime, come and see Susan Sarsour, pointing up, using the same symbol as ISIS here, as ISIS here, as ISIS here, as ISIS here. And here she are again, Linda Sarsour. That is pretty frightening stuff, don't you think? And that is the leader of the feminists. Oh my goodness, and there's more? Yeah, there's more. There she is, the leader of the feminist march. There's her finger right there. Susan Sarsour. Now, Susan Sarsour, she believes in Sharia law. The Sharia law means that you beat women if they don't want to have sex with you. We had plenty of proof, evidence, and facts on that. I got some funny stuff. I went online, looked at Ayatollah Khomeini's little green book, even though he was a Shiite, which is between 5 and 15% of the Muslim world, and the other 80 to 85% are the Sunnis. The Sunnis would be Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Afghanistan, Pakistan. Most of Iraq is Shiite. Syria, Iraq, and Iran are all Shiite, and that's part of the big battle over there in Syria. Okay, so from Ayatollah Khomeini, he said, if you had in his little green book, you can look it up online. Just type in Khomeini, 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 little green book. And in there, you will see that if a man mistakenly has sex with another woman, not his wife, then he can do 5 Hail Marys or something stupid like that, and he'll get out of it. I'm not picking on the Catholics. The stuff is so crazy, it's hard to believe. It's hard to believe. Here's a good progressive women's guide to rape jihad. rape jihad. So you got Linda Sarsour again over here, and you got rape jihad, and then you got if you have sex with a woman, not your wife, then you're okay. And then, of course, Surah 434 in the Quran says you can beat your wife if she don't want to have sex with you. And this Linda Sarsour, with her one finger, means she supports ISIS. And, of course, the death knell of every republic is foreign money. There in the middle is the Saudi Arabian king with the pound, the dollar. You got the euro and the yen. And we talked about this before, the difference between Christianity and Islam. You got James 1:27, taking care of widows and orphans, sign of the cross. You got the crescent moon, Surah 860, which is to terrorize and wage war on the infidels, which is the Arabic at the bottom of the Muslim Brotherhood, which Susan Sarsour is affiliated with them. Then you got the big kahuna leader of the Muslim Brotherhood, and the four fingers means he is Muslim Brotherhood. This means he supports ISIS or al-Nusra, and then he is aided and abetted by the commander-in-chief of terrorism, counterterrorism in LAPD. It's crazy. It gets deeper and deeper and deeper. Talk too much. Go to clip one. Go to clip one. Okay, that happened in France not too long ago, and that's what the big issue is on the Muslim ban, the Muslims coming in here. We know that they're going to act that way. They always do. That's what Islam does. 14 centuries of Islam, then they want to go after you. Okay, so let's go back. Let's go back now to old Susan Sarsour, right here, Susan Sarsour, Muslim Brotherhood, supporting ISIS and whatnot. And then we have two lunatics from California. You got Cher and Madonna. Now, her little goofy vagina hat's cut off there, but she was part of that vagina hat, the Vagina March there in Washington, D.C., all thinking that they're there for women's liberation. They're all there for women's liberation and feminism. I don't know, we are male pig oppressors that hold a woman down. My wife and I joke about that, it is like the woman's holding me down, and she said the man's holding me down. Well, we're just laughing at, God made us 6,000 years ago, according to the DNA and the history. The evolution's all been proven bogus by DNA. And all you college professors out there wagging your tongues and stuff, hey, if you want to discuss with me or even debate, DNA disproves evolution. Boom, point blank now. A lot of stuff on that. So anyways, God made us male and female. Your DNA proves that at the moment the zygote is formed, at that very instant, that fraction of a second, that instant that all of the DNA, the genomes, the blueprint for the baby are all fully there. The baby's fully 100% human being at that instant for the development of a baby. Of course, 4 months later, it's bigger. And 5 months after that, 9 months after the zygote is formed, it's bigger. And then by the time it's 25 years old, it's bigger and probably done with its growing and growth. And then it starts into maturity and then to middle age, old age, and then finally people like me, ready for the grave. Okay, so all of this stuff, we're made male and female. Well, I don't understand why they're arguing about that. Okay, so you got Crazy Cher, who's had, so many affairs you can't count them, and Madonna, the lunatic Madonna out there. And so they're marching with a chick in charge, who's in charge of everything, Muslim Brotherhood supporting ISIS with her one finger, and then Gloria Steinem. It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. So on this one here, it says, hands off my vagina. Well, lady, don't worry about it. I told you to get your young kids out of there if you could. This woman here was all manhandled or woman-handled by Linda Sarsour, the Muslim Brotherhood check-in. Okay, now the clip that I showed you a couple of minutes ago, we're going to show it again. And I want to brief you on it now. You saw it's violent. It's what the Muslims always do, and they've done for 1,400 years. And as their numbers grow here in the United States, then they're going to do the same things. All of this is being held down and not shown by most of the media, and this not showing is omission of the truth. And of course, omission of the truth is known as lying. Two ways that you can lie. You can lie through omission, and you can say, "Oh, Mom, I washed the dishes," which is a lie, and you didn't wash the dishes. That's a lie of commission. And a lie of omission is you just ignore telling your mom, you hide the fact or whatever. And so what's happening is that's a lie of omission, that the media will not show the Muslims in Europe attacking and burning down cars, attacking girls, raping girls. It's a big rape epidemic in Denmark and Sweden and all throughout Europe. Okay, so this is what we can expect in more of in Europe, and the fake news will omit it, lying, and coming to the United States. Okay, so clip number one. Show clip number one again, please. Okay, then also at the Vagina March, you had Ashley Judd, and she came out and she was talking about men being Hitler in the street. You know, it's amazing. We got 6,000 years of recorded history, 6,000 years of recorded history, and for the last 6,950 years or so, you know, it was men were men, women were women. Yeah, we had some times like Sodom and Gomorrah and things like that. But for the most part, Grandma and Grandpa, you know, they knew that boys would be boys and girls would be girls, and they never thought about, you know, Adolf Hitler or the crazy guys of the past like Nero, or affiliating with the Greeks and the different guys who were doing bad things and stuff. But you got Ashley Judd, and again, now here she is with the Keep Your Hands Off My Vagina March, and you got Cher and Madonna with a Keep Your Hands Off My Vagina March, and then you got the Muslim Brotherhood over here, and you got Ashley Judd saying that we're all like Nazis and stuff. So this Linda Sarsour right here, she has been invited to speak at the Muslim Brotherhood speaking here in a couple of weeks, I believe in March in Philadelphia. Now, here, this is Muslim Brotherhood, Council on American Islamic Relations, and this dude here is Siraj Wahhaj. He's an unindicted co-conspirator of the World Trade Center, the first bombing in 1993. It didn't completely go down. But he's an unindicted co-conspirator, which means it's a court's lazy way of saying we don't want to fully investigate this guy and lock him up. But he's Muslim Brotherhood. He supports the Surah 860 to terrorize and wage war against the infidel. And he's one of the speakers, as is Linda Sarsour here, Linda Sarsour. And then Linda Sarsour, she's going to be there. And of course, there she is with her one finger pointing up like that. And it means that she supports ISIS. And we got the Brooklyn students with their one finger, and they support ISIS. And then we got the ISIS finger of the ISIS dudes, one finger. They support, obviously, Surah 860, which is the Muslim Brotherhood logo. Then we got all these ISIS guys with their one fingers up in the air. So we're doing a pretty good job of establishing this nasty dude here with his one finger of Linda Sarsour. And so we can pretty much predict, since the guy was involved with trying to blow up the World Trade Center in 1993, that Siraj Wahhaj, this dude right here, more than likely supports ISIS. Now, if I was back in my old battle planning days a million years ago, picture of me a million years ago, right there in Vietnam, I would have immediately known epistemologically that through the courtroom process, no, I can't prove that this guy is absolutely a terrorist because he hasn't gone out and killed anybody, but he tried in 1993. It was an unindicted co-conspirator. But I also know through the epistemology of know your enemy, and if you do not know history, you're forced to repeat it, that there's a good chance this guy is part of supporting, aiding, and abetting ISIS. Also a speaker there with CARE is a guy, this is interesting. This guy is called Pastor, oh boy, what's his name? I got it written down. Oh yeah, Pastor Moss. Pastor Moss. Now this is Takia, Kitman, Maruna, and Taria. The four forms of lying. The four forms of lying. Here he is. Now they call him Pastor Moses. That's a clever way. He's not a pastor. He's a Muslim. And it's a clever way for them to get around it and to say, have him mainstream. But he's speaking with Susan Sarsour and Siraj Wahhaj. Again, here's another picture of Siraj Wahhaj, and it says, the type, I'll read it to you. If only Muslims were clever politically, they could take over the United States and replace its constitutional government with a caliphate, Sharia law. If we were united and strong, we would elect our own emir, that'd be like a general or president, and give allegiance to him. Take my word, if 8 million Muslims unite in America, the country will soon come to us. That's what it's all about. And so you're starting to find now these women like Linda Sarsour and others who are getting into big positions of leadership. I had another one there too. And then you had this guy here, Zaid Shakar. He's going to be one of the speakers there. He's also Muslim Brotherhood. All right, clip number two. Clip number two. Clip number two.
Jada, can you tell us where we are today?
We're in Bury Park today. We're just walking down the high street. There's about 20 or so of us. We're giving out newspapers. We've got our Christian crosses, and we are going through the town centre. We've already had a bit of hostility, but we're marching through. This is a British town, and we're proud to be British.
Okay, I like that. I think that's pretty cool. I like that. I like the cross going there. England's in big trouble. They're right behind Paris. That was in by London. And those people brave enough to go out there with those crosses. I mean, it's England's pretty much lost. Okay, now, as part of this women's march, now we got Linda Sarsour as part of the women's march. Now up in Utah, Jason Chaffetz, who's a congressman up there, was trying to have a town hall meeting, and he got screamed down by a bunch of people. Most of them were not his constituents. And so in that crowd was a very interesting lady who also is affiliated and tied to the Muslim Brotherhood up there in Utah. Her name is Noor Ul Hassan, Salt Lake City, and she is linked up to the Muslim Brotherhood. Here she is in the very middle. You can see her right there. And she's got her poor little hands outstretched, you know, give me your tired, your poor, those yearning to be free. I assure you that this lady here, Noor al-Hassan, and all the Muslims trying to get into the United States are more affiliated with this character here who coordinated the 19 people flying into the World Trade Center, Anwar al-Awlaki, from San Diego. I actually went to his mosque about 6 months after they destroyed the World Trade Center. I went to that mosque. I had 4 deputy sheriffs there. It was very dangerous. And I could tell that that was like the leadership, the hub of all the different mosque terrorist cells in California. I found out later that this guy, Anwar al-Awlaki, the leader of San Diego, took over from Osama bin Laden, and we actually killed him a couple of years ago. But these are the guys using gals like this to infiltrate and take over, like the Muslim ban and all that stuff. And the Vagina March, the old Vagina March is Sonny and Cher and Madonna. And then you got Linda Sarsour back there, and you got Linda Sarsour there with her one finger with a ISIS salute. So this stuff is very serious. It's going all over the West, and sadly, you've got people like this, Sheriff Baca, who thinks he's going to jail pretty soon, might be in jail now, that the Muslim Brotherhood is wonderful and great and beautiful, and that all goes back to the drug cartels coming to the sanctuary cities, L.A. Sheriff, Sanctuary City, LA Sheriff, Sanctuary Cities coming to Los Angeles, drug cartels. You got old Mayor Garcetti, Sheriff Jim McDonald, who took over for Baca, and then LA Chief Beck, all doing the same thing. Sanctuary City, the ISIS coming to the United States. Here you got Muslim Brotherhood. This is a dude in charge of Turkey. Turkey's been affiliated with the Nazis and the Waffen-SS. And here you have Muslim Brotherhood from World War II. These guys are Waffen-SS, and their skull and crossbones, their hats. Islam and Jews all connected. Adolf Hitler, right here, Adolf Hitler with the Grand Mufti of Jerusalem, who was in charge of the Waffen-SS in World War II. And a Muslim Brotherhood. Clip number 3. Clip number 3.
Fucking Mufti, who you messing with? What are you looking at? You fucking bitch! Come here, take off and shut your mouth.
Okay, so that was in London, but it's all coming back here. It's all part of the ladies doing this march here with Sarsauer. So what they're doing right now, from what I can determine, is they're trying to look kinder and gentler and give the feminine touch to it and bring out the ladies and woe was us, we're good families and all this other stuff. So from what I see, that's what it's all part of. And of course you got Cher and Madonna, stupid, part of this deal here. And the women, they're using the women now because they know a lot of Americans. We respect women. The same lady, Noor Al-Ul Hassan from Salt Lake City, and Noor Al-Hassan from Salt Lake City. It's part of their marketing strategy, also going to the colleges and stuff, which we'll bring up next. Clip number 4. Clip number 4.
Coming inside the police. They want to kill each other. You have to do something. Someone has to protect us. They are in our house. We are the victims. We are not them. We have to live like before. We have to live our life. They're looking for us. We're not in war. They are. They have to take them from here. It's a city. It's no place for people like them.
ولكنهم فقدوا إخصابهم ويبحثون عن إخصاب عندنا ننجب منهم لأننا سوف نفتح بلادهم. خذوا اللاجئين سنطلبهم منكم قريبا.
Okay, and so then we got at the buy-in Claremont School of Theology. Now you got this guy here, very interesting. I found this today, looking around doing my, looking up my stuff. The guy's name is Jihad, like war as to kill people, to Surah 860, to terrorize and wage war, jihad against the infidel. Jihad Turk, interesting. The Turks of the Ottoman Empire, the Turks of Erdogan that we got down here, Erdogan, Muslim Brotherhood, and there he is with the leader of Turkey with his 4 fingers, meaning he's the leader of Turkey, aligned with Germany in World War I, World War II, killing the Jews, and then these guys here, the Muslim Brotherhood, or the Waffen-SS, aligned with the Turks and all that stuff, and then you got Adolf Hitler with the Grand Mufti of Jerusalem, aligned with the Turks, the Ottoman Empire. And then we got Jihad Turk, who's the boss of the Bayan, B-A-Y-A-N, Claremont School here in Southern California. They were offered money. They were offered, it looks like $800,000 to fight terrorism and to expose terrorists in the greater Southern California area. He turned it down. Why would he turn it down? Now, he comes out using the Taqiyya, the Kitman, Muruna, Tariya to lie, to fool the people of California. He was also chosen by Muslim Brotherhood leader, a guy named Maher Hathout, who is good friends with Sheriff Baca. in the LAPD. Maher Hadhoud studied face-to-face from Hassan Banna in Egypt. Hassan Banna formed the Muslim Brotherhood way back in 1928, and he was also, this guy here was also vetted and helped by Hassam Ailush, who's the guy with the 4 fingers and the funny symbol over the top that he supports al-Nusra ISIS. This guy here, very clever guy. He is part of the LA Islamic Center, which is Muslim Brotherhood. He's Muslim Brotherhood. He studied in Pakistan at Muslim Brotherhood type extremist seminaries. He is Muslim Brotherhood. So we got the men, the colleges, we got the ladies, Linda Sarsauer, we got Madonna, Cher and Madonna doing it. We got this unidentified lady here, hands off my vagina. We got Linda Sarsauer with her 1 finger that she supports ISIS. And then we got this guy, this young, handsome man from Bayan, Claremont, working with the LAPD, LA sheriffs, with the Orange County Sheriff, Riverside, all of them. So folks, we got some problems. Thank God Trump is there and he's trying to sort things out. Don't look for it to get calmer. Look for it to get a lot crazier. Until next time, adios.
في كتير طرق وسط الحياة تاهوا فيها ناس، وطرق تبان مفروشة ورد وتنتهي بألم وضيق، لكن الطريق للفرحة وطريق الخلاص عند المسيح. أصل المسيح هو الحياة، هو الطريق.